These paintings are like a diary. They are my thoughts about my life and my surroundings. I've been told that the characters I portray in my work are people on the fringe of society. My observation, however, is that if one rides the bus or walks the streets of many neighborhoods or frequents the public library, the people I portray are the mainstream. Our traits are common to us all. Our strengths and weaknesses are shared by everyone else. Qualities of generosity, kindness, greed, and laziness are classlessly and equally distributed. Like a traveler, I observe and I consider what is there. I bounce between romanticism and cynicism. And so here, I welcome the viewer to see the other and to see ourselves. I'm George Strasburger. I'm a Tucson artist. I think I had a pretty good childhood, looking back on it. I started doing art when I was about 4 years old. I remember discovering eyelids on a baseball card, and I actually was pretty proud to reproduce that as well as I could. I pay a lot of attention to details. It's a great part of my job because visually it's what makes us who we are. Catholic upbringing. I had to go to church every morning. So that was my first exposure to art, was when I saw those murals in the church. I wasn't real interested in the mass itself. That kind of set up what an artist is, what an artist does. And of course, the subject's a lot broader than that. And that stayed with me. If I was an artist, this is what I would do, not particularly religious or biblical themes, although there's some biblical themes in my work, but just paintings that size, that realistic. I felt like I was part of a long, centuries tradition of doing that. This painting is called An Intrusion, and it was such an interesting painting, the way that it came about. I was on a bike path early one morning, and I saw not this specific woman. I saw a woman, I think she was exposed, and I just zipped by on my bike because I didn't want to intrude. There was a man behind her who I think looked over her to see me. That got me thinking. I thought, oh wow, I wonder if I caught them in an intimate moment. I wonder if I intruded on something. I think that a lot of people who aren't homeless and aren't on the street and may not like homeless people in their neighborhoods feel like they're being intruded upon. This is their path where they go. And so it was nice to turn the tables. So the painting was called An Intrusion without specifying who was intruding on whom. I don't generally consider it as sofa art. I've heard that. I love your work, but I don't know that I would want to live with it or want it on my wall, which I respect completely. The appeal of my work might take a little more thought, more understanding, which not everyone is looking for when they're buying artwork. And that suits me fine, because the people who like me and who want my work have a similar sensibility. That's probably true of everybody who buys art. They connect with an artist who has a similar point of view. The connection between the garden and my art is that they're both things that I like to do. I'm in here for many hours. Sometimes my eyes glaze over, And it's nice to get outside to refocus and get the light. I do that several times during the day, even in the heat. I'll find a shady spot just to sit down for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I get back to work.
Relax, breathe in, breathe out.
About a year ago, I decided to take singing lessons, and I don't remember exactly why. It's like painting, that I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing until I'm doing it, and then I discover the nice things about it. It requires some wherewithal, like some confidence that I know I can do this, and I don't care what you think, which is a stretch for me. With art, I can do that, do what I want. But with singing, maybe because I'm not that experienced, I'm thinking, wow, I hope I'm not making a fool of myself. I hope people are feeling sorry for me or thinking, wow, George is trying hard. And that's the biggest pleasure of singing, or the goal of singing. To me, art is, I don't want to overstate it, but it's a reason for me to be alive. It gives me a purpose. I don't think I have those feelings of, why am I here? I know what I'm here. I have a mission. I have work to do. So that means a lot to me.
Hi, I'm Tom McNamara, host of Arizona Illustrated. Thank you for watching this Arizona Illustrated story here on YouTube. And if you like that one, well, here's another story we think you'll like.